all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back on the Bossman show from the show. Coach of Eastern Washington Eagles out of the Big Sky Conference doing all his Shantay Legans on the Bossman show. Coach Legans, what's good out there in Eastern Washington, man?
Man, it's all good out here. Guys are just getting done with practice, getting ready for this game on Wednesday and coming up. Actually, I gave them a day off yesterday, so it's just getting their legs back under them. So we're doing good out here, man. Everybody's relaxed and excited for the upcoming games we got coming up.
Man, Coach, you're in year 3 leading the Eagles, man. So tell me, what's been your greatest accomplishment in your mind since you've been in Eastern Washington 2017 when you first started heavy on the show, when you first got hired out there?
Well, my best accomplishment is we've maintained about a 3.5 GPA, and all our guys have graduated. So that's the top thing right there. And then on the flip side, basketball-wise, all our guys are getting better. We've gotten some guys out to go play for money. We've gotten some guys out who left here, the all-time leading scorer. We've been in the championship game the last 2 years. So our first 2 years we've been in a championship game. We're hoping we could break down that door and get to the NCAA tournament. But we've been doing a good job of getting some good hungry guys here, and so that means the most. That means the world to us because guys are getting better as we move forward. So so those things right there is what I'm most excited about with this team.
And you know what? That player development and also male development of these young men, because they're student athletes, first of all, and you got them at 18 to 22, 23 years old. It's their formative years to actually grow them as men and help them become great husbands, great fathers, and also great professionals, whether it be basketball or some off the court as well.
Exactly, and that's your goal. That's what you want for these guys, and that's what you want for these young men is to make sure when they leave here better men, more prepared for what's going to happen in life. Athletics teaches you a lot, and it teaches you how to do things and be disciplined, but it also teaches you how to get along with people and understand people from different backgrounds. If you look at our team and how we have our team formed, they get to see a bunch of different cats, and they get to see different guys, different everything, different religions, different races, different types of, just different types of people, which is always a positive for us.
And you're speaking about that, Coach. Your recruiting internationally is real tough. International recruiting has been really good for you. You have 3 guys from Australia. Think about those guys. How'd you come across those guys from Australia and bringing them to Eastern Washington when Australia is a real warm continent? They come play for you Eastern Washington up there, man.
No, exactly. We've had kids from Lithuania, Serbia, the Dominican. We've had them everywhere. And, these young men, they come over here, they have the dream of playing Division I basketball, having the opportunity to, further their education. A lot of these kids are really smart, and they look forward to a lot of this. And when they get out here, we've had kids here before from Australia. We've done a good job, I think, and it's word of mouth. And once it's word of mouth, and they know how they like it here, and how they're treated and how they're respected, they all want to come back, and they always give us good words when they get back home. And so it helps us down the road for recruiting.
Now, learning about your program, Coach, all of you have been there. You've been competitive in that Big Sky tournament, whether you be playing Montana, a tough game with Coach DeCure, what he does in Montana there. But every year you've been competitive in that Big Sky tournament. So I feel like you knock on that door of getting over the hump there, because you've been at year 3 here now. You got your culture in place. You got the guys you want now. And look, your non-conference play already 4-2. So I feel like this year is a year for you to actually maybe break down that door and punch that ticket to the big dance there.
Yeah, you never know how it goes, with injuries. We've had the last 2 years, we've had injuries at the worst time with, not just it's been our top players have been getting hurt towards the end of the season and last year to start the season. And so with that being said, that's why we have guys who are here this time, and we have guys that, like Mason Peatling, Jacob Davison, they were hurt last year, and now they're healthy this year. So you see a little bit of a difference. And we've gotten off to a good start this year, but you never know how the Big Sky is going to end up, because it's very competitive with good coaches throughout the whole Big Sky, and they got good players, and so you just got to go in and just be peaking at the right time. And luckily, the last 2 years we've peaked, but we haven't really gotten over that hump of Montana and Coach DeCure. So we got to make sure if we get to face them again, we can handle our business. But you never know. There's a lot of good players and a lot of good coaches, and teams right now are stepping up and being huge. They're playing really well right now. So, as you watch the Big Sky, they've had some big signature wins so far in our conference.
And come off last year's third place finish in the Big Sky, 12-8 there in conference there. What did you and your staff prioritize for April, May, June, July, and August to get the team ready for September and October and November and December? What did you guys kind of to say we got to get this accomplished over the offseason and get better for next year?
Well, it's one of those things where we tell our guys, like, hey, listen, this is what we got to do. We're always getting ready for the Big Sky, and we always want to be great. We want to be terrific with how we play, but we want to make sure that we're getting better. And so, we were 1-9 last year at this point, one of these points, and we made sure that, these guys understood how important it is to just keep getting better. And each game, each time we play, we got to keep getting better, and that's what I keep preaching to the guys.
No doubt. And like you said, a lot of times, this kind of people, like I said to you previously before we had the show, people don't understand this. You guys are playing guarantee games a lot of times in November, December, raising money for the university. So the record is not really indicative of how good or bad your team is, because you're playing a lot of these high major schools to get money for the university as well.
No, that's exactly it. And a lot of people don't understand that. They don't see it. Some coaches get nervous about it. I take it as recruiting tools. I take it as one of those things where it's like you got to make sure you're playing your best basketball. And if you have a team that understands exactly what you're trying to do and exactly how we're going to finish it off, listen, we got to be peaking towards the end of the season. Right now you're getting to play against guys that you wouldn't get to play against throughout. We get to play against Jaden McDaniels. We get to play against guys from Boston College and St. Louis. These are games that, you get to go and prove yourself against some really good talent. And so, when we're able to do that and we're able to move forward, the guys understand it, and you have a mature team. Even though we're really young, we have a mature team that understands we're trying to get our best basketball towards the end of the year.
Exactly, like you said, it's recruiting tool because it helps put Eastern Washington in front of new eyeballs, pretty much, and also it expands your reach because like you said, you're in national school. You can get guys international, of course. We've talked about grad transfer, or you can do a JUCO guy, a prep school guy, or a high school senior if you want to. You can get 6 different ways you can get players for your university, and going to play these big schools help push you in front of new eyeballs. Maybe a kid may say, "Oh, that's a good player. I can play ball at Eastern Washington." Maybe so. Like you said, it's recruiting tool. Don't look at the record. Worry about how it's growing your program for success later.
Exactly. And so when you're able to tell kids, hey, listen, we're playing against some of the best teams in the country, some of the best players in the country. We got to make sure we're ready to go. We got to make sure that, we're pushing forward and we're able to, we're playing against teams that, are going to be playing in the NCAA tournament. You're playing against kids that you'll see in the NBA. And so you want to be there. You got to play against those teams. You got to make sure you're ready to go. And it's a great recruiting tool, like you said. And being able to play against the best and being able to have these guys out there and play against some of these schools is big time for us.
Yes, indeed. You got a big one coming up here against Washington here on Wednesday night, man. So what we're saying for those guys on film is get you guys to prepare to play the Huskies up there in Seattle.
Man, I tell them, look at those guys, man. They're so good. They create so many deflections, block shots. They push the ball. They have tempo. They play so hard. And, it's like I tell the guys, you're getting to play against these guys, so go out there and give them your best. Don't go out there and be nervous because of who you're playing against or anything like that. Go out there and make sure you put your best foot forward, and these guys remember you. You go out there and play right, you can win this game. And so, we go into every game like that and make sure that that's an important thing for us to do is go out there and make sure we give our best foot and get better every game. We want to be better than we were our last game.
And Coach Legans, like you said, your guys should be inspired because look at Evansville, what they did to Kentucky. Look what Steve Austin did to Duke. I mean, 2 teams at your level, one against number 1 teams in the country. So if you play the right way, execute your game plan, have game plan discipline, you can win that game on the road at Washington and not be scared if you're not afraid of those boys when you get on the field, if you get on the court there.
Exactly, and that's exactly what we want to do is make sure we just go out there and put our best foot forward. We got to get better from our last day. We got to get better from today, tomorrow, and we got to keep getting better every day. That's the goal. And then by the time March comes around, we should be our best. We should be our best selves and go for that Big Sky championship.
Speaking of that, Coach Legans, you played Belmont on 26 there, so you had some time off to kind of self-scout. So I'm pretty sure you and your staff really went back to school on yourself, trying to figure out how you can get better every day because, like you said, you had a rare break there in between games here between Washington and Belmont to kind of do some little evaluation of yourself here.
Exactly. And, you look at it and you say, oh, man, we were doing this there, we're doing that. That's not good. We're turning the ball over here. Come on, man, we got to be better there. We got to defend better. So, yeah, we got to do self-scouts and we got to go back through everything and make sure we're doing everything the right way. And it's always great to see. But also as coaches, we get to go back and see what we could do better, how we can be better. How can we make our teams better as coaches? Should we have called the timeout here? Should we have had them set up this way? There's a lot of things that we're evaluating besides just the players. We're evaluating ourselves and how we travel and make sure that, we're doing everything the right way.
Now, Coach, how much different is Belmont since Rick Bird's gone there and Casey Alexander took over Belmont now? How much different are they now with Casey than they were under Coach Bird there?
It's like they're the same. They did everything the same. They had the same. They did the same plays, the same. It's pretty much the same everything. And they have a really good team. They have some really good players there. And so we made sure to be in the right place. We couldn't give them 3-point shots and. What we didn't get to see is the Belmont back door, so we didn't get beat back door once. But they do a good job, and he does a great job. He's going to do well there. I think they're going to have a great season this year. I think they got all the tools to be very successful.
Now, Coach, I was kind of mentioning it a little to you earlier here. You got in the Big Sky Conference, you have 6 of the 11 teams at 500 or better at this point in non-conference play. For a big major conference like the Big Sky, it has to make you guys feel good as a whole, conference as a whole. The 6 of your teams already are over 500 or better. It's not even Montana. It's one of them. But the rest of you all are, which was so crazy.
Exactly. It just makes the league better. It makes everything more exciting. I root for those guys whenever they play against anybody. A lot of teams in our league or a lot of coaches always root against them, but I want them to be good because I want to play them at their best and make sure we'll give them, we're putting forth the best product for the Big Sky tournament, and that leads on to the NCAA tournament. And I want our conference to win games in there. I just don't want to go in there just to play. I want to be able to say, hey, our conference is doing well. We beat that team, and we gave them their all. Now look at what they're doing. We want to put our best team forward.
And it's also, again, a recruiting tool right there. Beating the best teams in the league, helps you get guys as well, for sure.
Definitely.
And Coach Legans, man, look, man, it's always good to have the short brother. Hope you get that win against the Huskies, man. Take them suckers down, Coach. I hope you get the job done, man.
Don't worry. Yeah, we will do our best, and I want to make sure when we do, I'm going to give you a call.
Hey, always welcome here in the Bossman Show, Coach Legans. You can call here anytime, man. You're welcome. Come on anytime you want to, brother. You're welcome here on this airways here in the ATL, man.
Definitely. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for calling.
Yes, indeed. That's Coach Legans here on the Bossman Show.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.